Okay, so trade is coming to Pokemon Go, and no, it won't ruin the game economy. We barely believe that we're saying, but it's true. Just add Pokemon Go's 2-year anniversary month, the Silpho's longest awaited feature is coming to Pokemon Go. Trading with it, entirely new mechanic, friendship. Won't this destroy the game economy? From what we can foresee, actually no. It appears that Niantic has put great thought into how to avoid devaluing everything in the game. Replacing restrictions versus trading versus the main series games. Here's a summary. IVs will be rerolled, as we already know. IVs will be completely rerolled, which makes it that spoofers or people that have 100% IV Pokemon, you cannot exactly abuse that, which is a great thing. The restrictions set in place makes it that people have botted accounts, because literally what will happen is companies will start to set up a black market for trading, right? Like they'll set up a black market for trading, and they'll make it that, you know, you can just get any Pokemon at a very low level, which is a really, really good thing. So these become personal trophies rather than trading commodities. That's really good. There's a limitation, 1 special trade a day. To further restrict the shuttling of high value Pokemon, a limit of 1 special trade in day set in place. These are legendary, shinies, and holes in the just Pokedex entries. Drones like language here. So legendary, shinies, and Pokemon you still need for your decks are the restrictions. You can only trade it once per day. That is considered a special trade. So if the person you're trading with, you are giving that person a Pokédex entry, a new Pokédex entry, then you have used up your special trade. So the special trade usage is for both parts of the coin. So if you give the person a Pidgey and they give you a Lugia, then you both have used the special trade. So that means, once again, if you give out the Pidgey, that doesn't mean that it's not a special trade in your end as well. So make sure you keep that in mind. Like, you cannot give out Pidgeys to everybody and then expect legendary Pokemon back. It doesn't work like that. Vice versa. So that's an important, thing to keep into consideration. Long term, that's very helpful, obviously. And also very important things. If you build up your friendship level, then later on, if you become ultra or best friends, it's gonna help out your gameplay significantly in that aspect as well. So also for people who live in rural areas, that will definitely help out as well. It's a great thing. Stardust costs, additionally with trading costs for Stardust, and by the looks of it, it's costly. Fortunately, trading with loved ones will make it cost effective. As you build your friendship level with a friend you're trading with, you find that you can complete a trade with much less Stardust when you do it with the best friend. Geolocation and proximity is 100 meters. So you need to be there face to face. It's not like wonder trading or anything like that, or regular trading in the main series, that's the thing. I think it's good. 100 meters, I heard some concerns in regards to this. Some concerns in the aspect of, could there be any violence involved in that? Or does it promote people getting hurt? Nah. It's the same like grades. It's nothing different from what it already is. So, I wouldn't be too worried about that, to be honest. Yeah, you like the integration of Stardust? I agree. It's a good little thing, because Stardust is precious. And you cannot constantly use Stardust. Eventually you'll run out. So in this aspect, it also promotes catching Pokemon, because from catching Pokemon, you're going to be getting a bunch of Stardust. It's a cool thing. Yeah, 330 feet. Bro, we use the metric system here. 100 meters is 330 feet. Okay. About friendship. Friendship is an entirely new social mechanic coming to Pokemon Go. Spinning a Pokestop soon will award a gift that cannot be opened but only be gifted away to a friend you've added through the friend code. Can be helpful items, But those helpful items also include a Alola Pokemon egg, so it's part of the same thing. I don't think it's guaranteed that a gift will actually give you a Alolan egg, but there's a possibility that it will give you that. And a postcard, of course, of the actual Pokestop from which you obtained the gift. So if there's a funny Pokestop around you, you can actually get a postcard from that funny Pokestop, send it out to someone, which is a cool thing. Then, friendship levels can be increased by doing a couple of things. The first thing is by sending the gift. The second thing that you can do in order to increase is raid with the person, trade with the person, and then the last thing is do a gym battle with the person, I believe. There's some coverage here as well. Pokemon Go adds a friend system to Pokemon Go. We already knew about that. So let's talk about the friendship levels that we got ongoing here. On friendship, you can actually see the latest Pokemon that the person caught. So this will be the latest update, which is cool. You can even see a shiny in here. That's pretty nice. Over here is the requirements for these special traits. So as you can see, if you do gym battles with people, you got that attack bonus. It's gonna be nice. We've yet to determine exactly what that bonus is. That's pretty good. Raid bonus. Get extra Premier Balls when doing a raid with a friend. I don't think they stack. I think it's based off your best friend during that battle. So if someone is a great friend and the other person is an ultra friend, I think it's gonna take the statistics from the ultra friend and gonna add that to that. So I don't think, no, you're gonna be friends with 20 people, 20 best friends. That is 19 best friends. This is 36, 76 Premier Balls extra. No, it's not gonna work like that. You're not gonna get 76 by having 19 best friends in that raid battle. It's not gonna work with that. It's gonna be based off the best friend status during that raid, I feel. But I might be wrong, you know. What else is here? Ultra Fan Major Stardust discount. Okay, let's take a look at these. Best friend. So in your profile, you can actually see over here, you got the Me tab, which is your own profile, and then you got the Friends tab. Friends tab looks like this, as already shown before, and these are the levels with their requirements. But that was already known from the actual website, right? So you can increase your friend level with a particular friend by sending gifts, trading, participating in gym battles, or raid battles together. Your gym level friendship level will increase once per day per friend. So what I think is after these days, after 1 day you can become a good friend. Yeah! Roberto!
From what I understand, it will be based on the one highest friend you have and will not.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the super chat, man. That's exactly what I see as well. So, after a day, you can increase to a good friend, and you do that by sending a gift, or doing a battle together, doing a raid together. Then after 7 days, you can unlock becoming a best friend. But we have no idea if you need to do something every single day for 7 days. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it is the case. Because what we saw is in the friends list thing, you see over here, trainer NIA. It's like have a friend, right? So I'm assuming there might be some progression there. So based off that, you might have to do something every single day with that person in order to get that far, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. The current gap for each player's friends is 200. But Ko has said that the number could grow in the future. Niantic will never require players to pay additional space, like with bag and Pokemon storage. So that's a good thing. So there's a potential to grow this in the future, which I think is great for me, because then I can add more of you guys to friends, right? So that is kind of like the base gist of this. And now over here, this screenshot actually shows the the particular postcard right here. For instance, over here, you see that postcard. So if you got a funny Pokestop where you got this gift from, you can send it to someone else. I really kind of like it. And then over here, it kind of looks like this. Yeah, it's a cool little thing. It's a cool little change. This is the gift. So some screenshots right here. More upcoming new features, new additions, new music. Oh, I didn't know that. New music going to the game and additional social features. Oh, what? I didn't even read this. Niantic said the new friend features outlined above, including trader, are coming soon and are expected to be released. Oh, they are expected. Are coming soon. Are to be expected. But new music and additional social features are coming soon as well. Then they're coming. But for now, they just focused on trading and the friends list. Nice. The goal is to make Pokemon Go the most sociable game in the world. I believe it already is. I think it just might be. Already. But that's cool. It will be this week. It will be this week. Okay. Pokemon Go have also had a couple of things to talk about here. So, let's take a look at the APK teardown. So, trading, new badges, Hydro Cannon, new loading screen, player reputation, and more. So, the loading screen we've already seen in the game. Splendid, isn't it? Niantic has announced 3 large features that are coming. And yet there were no leaks, no hints, no traces of it in previous APKs. I think that's awesome that there were no leaks or things in the APK. And I think they did that deliberately to really, you know, get that surprise factor in there. Niantic hid the new features deep in their code branching structure, away from the hub's prying eyes, but sooner or later the APK has to be produced. Today we got the APK, Meet 0.107.1, the one to trade them all. I think I'll just do it like this, it's better. You're warned ahead of time. This APK teardown is massive, contains spoilers for the upcoming badges, events, and Pokemon. So please read at your own discretion. You can download the APK on APK download. It will become available. It is already available on iOS. Came out today. So iOS came out today. It's available. Okay, so if you don't want to see the badges, turn off the stream right now. This is your spoiler warning right here. Gonna take a sip of water. You can leave if you don't want to be spoiled. If you are enjoying what you're watching and you want to stay updated with everything related to Pokemon Go, and if you want to stay on top of the latest news in general, YouTube is currently messed up. You want to unsubscribe to the channel and resubscribe with notifications turned on. What this does is make it that my videos don't disappear from the subscription feed. And also, you will actually get a notification whenever I go live or whenever I upload a video. YouTube these days is kind of weird. If you've been subscribed for a long time, like longer than 6 months, I recommend you resubscribe to the channel. So that way YouTube doesn't push you away from getting the latest Pokemon Go news. Make sure you keep note of that. I'll make sure to mention that in the next video as well. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Spoiler free. And now we're going to spoil things. Sponsored water. Removing them tags. They should pay me to promote their stuff. So for now, it's a... Yeah, if you resubscribe, if you unsub and resubscribe, it does not mess your sponsorship up. So no worries. Okay, hidden among other changes, 4 new badges have appeared in the APK data mine, highlighting which trading and friendship activities will be tracked, awarding participants in upcoming Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago. These badges look slick, featuring a new shade of pink, which often wasn't seen before. Let's take a look at this. So this is a badge for trading distance. This particular badge, I believe, means that if you got a if you trade with someone and a Pokemon that's like obtained in a faraway place, let's say Japan, if you trade a Pokemon that's obtained in a faraway place and you trade that with someone, it's gonna give this badge if you do it a set amount of times. So that's going to be a cool thing. I really like this particular badge because it especially for me, during Pokemon Go Fest or something like that, this badge is gonna be looking really nice. So, you know, I'll definitely make some trades happen down there. Some Pidgeys, whatever the case might be. We'll get this badge going for a lot of people. This next badge is the amount of trades you actually do. So this is like distance. So it's actually like the... I think this one might actually be the trade on itself. Or is it... No, this is the actual trade and this is the trading distance because you meet at a certain point here. So that's a cool thing. So you actually meet at this point here. And then this one is the actual trade on itself. I think that's interesting. I wonder how the amount of trades necessary in order to obtain this. I'm assuming it's going to be something like 250. Or like 300 or 500. I don't think it's going to be 1,000. 1,000 seems steep. So I think it's going to be 200. It's nice. So this is like friendship levels, obviously. I like this badge. This badge looks nice. I'm assuming there's gonna be... I'm not really sure the amount of like good friends. I hope there's several of these badges, right? 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So 1 star for good friend, 2 star for great friend, 3 star for ultra friend, and then 4 star for best friend. I hope there's gonna be badges for those, all of them. And then a Pokemon Go Fest badge as well. So this was Go Fest last year, and this Pokemon Go Fest this year. I'm kind of assuming that there might just be a Ferris wheel there in the park. So this is obviously the park where we were last year. And this would be the area that you get to see Pokemon Go Fest from this year, I'm assuming. And yes, to come back to the friendship thing, you can add each other internationally and you can send each other friends internationally as well, gifts as well. So I'm assuming hopefully there's going to be a badge for gifting too. I think that'd be cool. We need that. We need a badge for gifting. Amount of gifts that you send off. I mean, if there's gonna be a Ferris wheel there, you bet your ass I'm gonna go in there and get some drone shots. I don't have a drone. Yeah. To avoid any confusion, here's about the badge or references in the code. So this is the maximum level for friends. Trading distance, and then Chicago. Oh, they're very specific on that. So if you enter the location from north entrance or south entrance, you're going to get that particular badge. But in there, that will all look the same. So what it will say is Pokemon Go Fest 2018 Chicago with the date on it. Saturday, Sunday, and it will say north entrance or south entrance. The thing is, you can only get one of these badges ever. So keep that in mind. That's the way I think they're going to be doing it through QR code as well. Spin the Pokestop. The QR code you're going to be getting at the entrance is going to be from a particular. It's going to be a particular one, and then once you get the QR code, you're going to be spinning in game. It will register. You are in for Pokemon Go Fest for that particular day. Yeah. So it will either be Saturday or Sunday. It will be north or south. So keep that in mind. Isn't Pokemon Go that? That's like asking, you know what's that? Monopoly's that, but your grandparents still play it. Hydro Cannon. Imagine that a new water starter exclusive move has been added. So that obviously will be Community Day. That will be the move for Squirtle. I'm assuming it's going to be the exact same thing as Charizard and Venusaur. It's like the same type of move, a move that is the signature move of Blastoise in this case. 110 attack, 2 bars. It's going to be a great little move. Will that particular move make Blastoise relevant for the meta? No, not really. But hopefully, you know, there will be something special done to actually make Blastoise a little bit more relevant than what it is right now. Because Charizard with Blast Burn is right now relevant for the meta. Venusaur is the second or the best grass attacker in the game. They need to do something to compensate for Mr. Blastoise to make him like relevant. So maybe it'll look different, you know? Alolan forms added. Silky Droid Gamer. Bye, bro. You're banned. In addition to news, badges, sound effects found in this release. Sound effects. That's cool. They need to show the sound effects. Something else was discovered in the network traffic. Sprites for all Alolan Pokemon are now available in Pokemon Go. But they do that with every single release. So whenever Gen 4 gets released, all the sprites are in the game as well, alongside with their shinies. They do that these days. They didn't used to do that for Kanto, and that's why sometimes suddenly there's a leak for the shiny Pokemon, because they weren't in the game necessarily. So you'll see a sprite being updated, like for example with Larvitar, the sprite actually got updated because there was no shiny sprite for that, but at the same time they make Larvitar look a little bit better. They're like, how can we make it look even a little bit better? And once that is actually changed in the game, they'll actually look better. So for instance, if you see Shelter in the game right now, it may look a little bit more crisp than what it used to look like, and that's everything to do with the fact that they actually changed the way it looked. So over here they included all of them. Man, I just think it's hilarious how Alolan Rattata looks. I think it looks really cool with the mustache, the fat Raticate right there. Alolan Sandshrew and Shiny one. I love the way the Shiny one looks. Sandslash as the Shiny looks really cool. I think the regular Marowak looks better than the Shiny, but that's just my personal opinion. We got the Vulpixes right here. I like the regular Alolan Vulpix better than the Shiny one. Same thing with the Shiny one as well. We got Alolan Diglett. Diglett got a little bit of a sunburn. Same thing with the Duck Trio. Looks really quite nice. I like it. Then we got the Meowth. I like the way the darker Meowth looks. It's pretty slick alongside with Persian. Persian looks weird to me, to be completely honest, but still, it looks really cool. Then we got the Geodude family. I love Alolan Shiny Geodude. It looks amazing. I love the way it looks. Graveler is also pretty cool looking. I love how pronounced their expressions are, I feel. They're so much better than the originals. I mean, Shiny Alolan Golem looks beautiful. And then here's a interesting one. Raichu looks a bit sunburned. But I'm gonna tell you guys this much. And don't be confused by this. This is important. This is Alolan Shiny Grimer. It looks like regular Grimer, but it's a shiny. And at the left, we got Alolan Grimer. Don't get confused by that. The green one is the regular version. And the white one, which looks like a regular shiny, which looks like a regular Grimer, that is the shiny variants. So keep that in mind, because I'm imagining whenever shiny Alolan Grimer comes out, that might be confusing with some people. So we won't see the purple one too often. The purple one is in fact the shiny. And no, I also want to I want to put an emphasis on this. Niantic has not decided on the shiny colors. That's all the Pokemon Company. Niantic has no say whatsoever what the shinies are gonna look like. There's a lot of people who are saying like, oh, I don't like the way the shinies look. Niantic doesn't decide that. It's the Pokemon Company who decides the shinies. So keep that in mind. So I have to burp. So the burnt Diglett, as you can see, like you see right there, the burnt Diglett, it's not something that Niantic has decided on. That's all the Pokemon Company. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, because it might get a little bit confusing later down the road. Some people are like, you know, it's Niantic that messed up, or whatever the case might be. No, it's the Pokemon Company who all made these shinies. Okay. I love how there was a moment where Pokemon Go people thought Cerebi was a fake news website. Yeah, that kind of sad, right? So yeah, Cerebi.net is arguably one of the most credible sources ever in general for Pokemon. I want to give a shout out to Joe Merrick, but Cerebi.net. Cerebi is an amazing website for all things Pokemon. Everything Pokemon. Massive shout out to Joe Merrick, who's made this website. This is 15 years of information accumulated on this website. Every single generation being in here, and even a section of Pokemon Go. Only factual information is shown on this website, nothing opinionated. They have everything in regards to Pokemon Go. So check it out, Cerebi.net. Amazing website. Okay, new loading screen. I mean, I've shown this. It looks amazing. The Alolan Executor right here, the long neck. We got some Wingles in here. We got Alolan Raichu serving here. We got a Wilmer just, you know, chilling there. Then Alolan Diglett popping out of the ground right here. Alolan Dugtrio just chilling, being all fabulous. We got the Venusaur right here, a Diglett right here, and we got a Blossom right here. Dude, will there be shiny Blossom? No, I don't think that's going to be the case. But it looks really cool. They need to add some Pokemon in here. And they have done the right ones. A regular palm tree at the right side as well. Throwing shade at that Alolan Executor. It says reversal blocked me when I checked the link. Wow, that sucks for you. That means I blocked you on Twitter for a right reason. Shouldn't have been a dick on Twitter. Just say, if you're being a prick to me on Twitter, I'll block you and you never get unblocked. Unless if you make a $10 donation, I'll unblock you. I'll really do that. But if you're being a little bit of a prick on Twitter, I'll block you. But you can buy your unblock back for donating $10. Otherwise, just be nice. I mean, there's no need to be a prick. I mean, you know, if you be a prick, you get the block, and then you cry to me, and you can buy it back for a $10 super chat or donation. You know, just, you know, throwing it out there. Your boy needs to make a living. You don't remember being mean? Well, maybe you spoiled something. That's mean in its own way. I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on. Now that's something is, and if you want to see what I'm writing on Twitter, use incognito mode. You know, you won't be logged into your account, but you can't see what I'm writing down. I mean, there's actually. Let me go ahead and take a look to people that I blocked. Actually, let me see. See, these are all the people I got blocked. There's like so many people, and this list goes on and 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 on. This list is like 1,000 people long. Just people being keyboard warriors, man. It's doing my tits in, honestly. So yeah, if you want to get it unblocked, $10. This is what I'm saying. Hashtag sellout. I don't care. I really don't care. Now that's something, isn't it? Alolan Pokemon standing shoulder to shoulder with regular non-Alolan variants. Roberto! Thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate that. We're looking forward to this. Your message is funny. We're looking forward to this. By the way, a new in-game flag has been added to celebrate the series of events. What does that mean, new flag? We're not sure where it's used. So on 1 year anniversary, Halloween, summer. Maybe that's like a little section line or whatever. I don't know. No, they can give me the Twitter handle and I can find it from there. Trade secrets. Well, most of the trading details have already been shared via the official channel, so we can only confirm those. However, there's a few new things found in the APK, mostly describing various errors that can happen when trading. Oh, okay, that's interesting. For example, if you trade a Pokemon, the following conditions have to be met. So there's a couple of requirements, of course. You and your friend need to be able to afford the trade by having enough Stardust. You and both have reached the lowest required trading level. So you need to be a good friend. So even if I meet you at an event, I can only like trade with you at the lowest required trading level is a good friend, right? I think that's the case. So you need to be a good friend in order to actually trade with someone. So even if I see you at Go Fest, I cannot make the trade until like the next day. Interesting. So even if I see you and you say, like, if I see you at Pokemon Go Fest, I cannot like make that trade because we haven't been like good friend level yet. My moderators are just like my word, really. Also, stuff about other games, it's all in the description. Like, that's the most asked questions. So to all the moderators, if you see a common question like, will you play Fortnite? Just tell the person to read the description, it's all down there. Okay, your friend must be able to, okay, lowest requiring level. Your daily trading limit, special trades mustn't have already been met. So there's a limit to special trades. Garo! There's no message. Just a donation. Garo, thank you for the 11. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I interpreted that like you can become a good friend as soon as you add... No, Holly. That's not the case at all. If you go to Andrew Goldfarb's article. Let's go to Andrew Goldfarb's article. It says here, you can increase your friendship level. And you need to be a good friend in order to do the trade, right? I think. Good friend, trade. All Pokemon except mythical. If that is the case, you can only, trade with someone. And this is just, I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna find it out like as soon as trading drops. I'm actually gonna ask Niantic about this one. Actually, hold up. Hold up, I'm asking Niantic right now. So I can clarify this during stream. Hopefully she's gonna be there, but probably not. Okay. So... yeah, we don't know if there's a step before good friends. Because it might just be regular friends, right? Lee Color, $1 super chat. Let me see what the super chat said. Is Banana Tree still cool to talk to you in real life? 100%. If you want to say anything to me, if you want to say something, the code is Banana Trees. Like, if you're like shy or whatever the case might be, and you're like, you know, you don't know really, like, you want to say something or whatever, and you're like, hey, you want to take a picture, just say Banana Trees, and I know exactly, hey, it's you. No worries. So it would be cool if during an event like Pokemon Go Fest, like that's the thing. I'm a little bit worried about this now. This good friend thing, right? I'm a little bit worried. The trading level. What is the lowest trading level? Is it good friend? Because if it's good friend, then it could be that you need to be friends for a day before you can perform a trade. Yo, Roberto, the sound of your keyboard is so satisfying. It's a mechanical keyboard. The lowest trade level is level 10. No, that's the level you need to be in order to, yeah, to be able to trade. That's the lowest trade level, yeah. Just got a microphone and yell Banana Tree at GoFest. Type test? Oh gosh. I'm gonna try that actually. Let's try it out. Yeah! Banana trees.
Banana trees.
Banana trees.
I'm shy. Hey hey. Grin tears of joy.
This was the one, right? I'm just gonna do it once. Whoa. Jeez. Yeah, I won the race. Let's get it on. Alright. I'm not that fast, but I'm decent. I'm just typing with 2 fingers, right? 2 or 3. I'm typing with 4 fingers, so. But yeah, let's get back on topic here. I'm decent, I'm decent. Lee, can you say to Pokemon Master Holly for me? Hello to Pokemon Master Holly for me. There you go. I was up to the 90s WPM for a bit. I see. Thank you. Is 72 pretty solid? I don't know. I thought it was. Yo, Fleece King, good to see you, man. So, okay. Once again, a little bit controversial, a little bit like get back on topic here, right? So, you need to both have reached the lowest requirement trading level. I'm a little bit afraid if we go to the Pokemon Go website, right? We're gonna go make to wait for friends. If I interpret this correctly, I might be wrong here. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. When you set a friendship level, okay. You can also build your friendship level by trading Pokemon with a friend. If you're near a friend, you have a train level of 10 or higher, you can trade Pokemon you've got with that friend. Completing a train earns bonus candy for the Pokemon you've traded away. We don't know what the beginning is. That's the big issue. We don't know if we start as good friend. Because, you know, if you are friends with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean like, hey, you just become friends. Is that immediately a good friend? We don't know what that translates to Pokemon Go. If you add someone to Pokemon Go, will that person be a friend immediately? That's something to take into consideration, right? If this bar is 0, then yes, we're gonna have to wait a day, do an action like gifting to that person in order to actually become a good friend. Meaning that yes, you are not capable of actually doing the trade immediately right off the bat, and you would have to wait for a day in order to become a good friend and actually make that trade. I hope that that is not the case and that you will actually immediately become good friends. But we'll only be able to know about that. And I just asked Niantic for clarification on that matter. So that way, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll make sure to let you guys know at Reversal YouTube. So that's something, you know, I think it's important. Because I think it would be shameful if you add someone as a friend at Pokemon Go Fest or Safari Zone and couldn't even trade, you know? So, yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that. Definitely gonna keep an eye out on that. So that is one of the restrictions. That is something that might need some clarification. When you add someone to a friend list, is it immediately a good friend? Or is that not the thing? Because otherwise I'm gonna have to start adding people before I meet them at events. And that's something very important. Because I want to be able to remove friends and then to just add them to make a trade with them during Go Fest or Safari Zone. So, gonna keep an eye out for that. So, another condition is your daily trading limit special trade must be met. Additional rules apply. Mythical Pokemon cannot be traded. Slashed Pokemon. If you are accused of spoofing in some way, shape or form. How do I explain slashing? Pokemon with a slash through them. If there's some sort of suspicion that that you didn't obtain that Pokemon in legitimate ways. No, if it actually is confirmed by like Niantic that it's like obtained through illegitimate means, then the Pokemon will be slashed. You cannot trade that Pokemon. Usually like bot accounts and so on and so forth. Buddy Pokemon they cannot be traded. Pokemon that are in the gym because they are still in the gym. And Pokemon that are not fully healed yet. So make sure you revive the Pokemon and use a potion in order to heal them to full status. Pokemon in Ag status. Obviously you cannot trade Ags. So yeah. Obviously Ag Pokemons. What specifically is mythical? Mew. Everything through special research. So special research is the entire quest line in which you help Dr. Willow out. Professor Willow, you help him out. Those are mythical Pokemon. So Pokemon like. Mythical Pokemon are Pokemon like Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys. Those are mythical Pokemon. They are considered a mythical Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Those Pokemon will not be available to trade. They will be available through special means. They're very special Pokemon in their own way. And you're not supposed to trade them away. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And curiously, the game defines 5 level of... See, this is what I meant. This is what I meant. This is what I meant, guys. This is what I meant. Plus the additional unset one. So, level 0... 1 would be good friend, 2 would be great friend, 3 would be ultra friend, 4 would be best friend. I hope that is not the case. I hope that is not the case. Frenemy. 0, friends with benefits. Friends with 0 benefits. 0, new friend. Don't know. Maybe you add someone and you're like, okay, so here's what I think maybe. Here's another theory what could be the case. Zero could be not met, like a friend you just added, and then you need to perform an action. Like you need to perform an action before you can actually trade. Like do a raid battle together with someone you just met, increase your friend level to good friend through that action, and actually, you know, be able to make a trade during something like Pokemon Go Fest. Not sure about that. So yeah, well, we'll see about that like in a couple of days from now. Everyone is unset until you get their code. Then again, at the end of the day, it makes sense to make it like this. It's just a little bit sour if you know each other from Pokemon Go Fest or something and you want to make that trade, that it takes some time. But at the end of the day, you know, this is kind of like a down thing for YouTubers and us, or maybe Brandon Tan who wants to trade Pokemon with him. At the end of the day, it makes sense if there's like a day required before we can make that trade, because that's like, you know, it makes sense. Like you build that friendship, you add each other for a little bit. Hey, it unlocks the ability to trade. It makes a lot of sense. It's just for YouTubers, it's gonna suck, you know. So that's something I just want to keep in mind. I'm not really sure of the specifics regarding this, but I think that's going to be a thing. There's one more thing to spoil. Spinda Gen 3 Pokemon, which has not yet been released. It's like Kecleon, Shedinja, Spinda, what else is there? Smeargle, those are all unreleased Pokemon. They still need to be there, you know. Giving gifts boosts friendship. So people beforehand, yeah. So beforehand, before Pokemon Go Fest Dortmund, we're gonna have to add some people to friends in order to actually make that trade happening. Gonna have to make a video on that because I want to make sure that I add people to friends. Scattered throughout the APK, accompanying image is the support for Spinda's Pokemon Go release slowly coming together. In 0.107.1, we have a complete Pokédex support for the Spinda forms, including the supporting code and a butter background to render it. Feast your eyes, reader. What is this? What is this image? I have no idea what this image is. No idea what this image is. An idea when Smeargle will be released. Whenever Pokemon Go is ready for it. Like, whenever Pokemon Go is ready for release, like whenever they feel they give it the appropriate attention and honor them properly, that's when they will release them. Yeah, it's Spinda spots, but it's just like a square thing, you know? It's a spin, maybe it's not a candy, it's not candy. This is like this is a football. This is an egg. The thing with Spinda is like it has so many different types of combinations. So you gotta keep that in mind. No, this is not the silhouette either. It's not Spinda's pattern. There's so many patterns to Spinda. Player reputation. In addition to everything above, it seems Niantic is finally introducing in the game client-sided tools to counter spoofers and cheaters, also known as player reputations. According to the APK code, a player can be marked as a bot or a spoofer. If they would do that in Pokemon Go, they would also do it on YouTube. Just saying. Also do it on YouTube. But whatever. I'll make a case for that with Niantic. I'm gonna talk extensively to Niantic about that in the future, I swear. I'm gonna try to make a case so that way, you know, spoofing channels on YouTube get terminated. Because I'm not for spoofing, you know. If you can't play the game the way it's supposed to be played, don't play it out. That's my philosophy. And if you hate me for that, well, go suck a nut. But here's the thing. If you happen to spoof in Pokemon Go, I don't hate you as a person. I just hate the fact that you're doing it. But that doesn't mean that I hate you for it. You know, it's all, you know, I disagree with it. It's not the way it's supposed to be played. You're taking away resources and time from people who go out of their way to go to those locations. If you're gonna finesse your way to that location and be like, I wasn't even there, but I got this and this and this and this, I don't think you deserve it. So yeah, I think there should be something done with that. But it's my personal opinion, you know. I don't know. So yeah, I feel, you know, and if you are a spoofer and you're like, hey, I want to play legitimately, hey, start from scratch, and I'm sure people will be fine with you completely. I don't hate people who spoof. Like, I don't hate people who are a spoofer, right? I don't hate you. Like, I don't hate you. If you're a spoofer, I will just tell you, like, bro, you shouldn't spoof. But it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know, I don't think that's the right way of approaching that. I don't think that's the way we should do it. It's just a game. But, you know, if in other games people spoof or cheat, you know, they get terminated instantly. I feel Niantic has been too soft. Way too soft on that. And that's just my personal opinion. That's all about it, though. That's all about it. Yeah, it's trainer tip song. So yeah. I said pulp, not pope. A few lines of code, concept, repeated repetition. And if you are a spoofer, you see this stream, you dislike what you hear, leave a dislike. It promotes engagement.
Give a 5 for savage reversal.
Thank you, Spear, appreciate you. If you're a spoof, you dislike what I'm saying, go dislike all of my videos. You promote me in the algorithm, boy. Please. Please. Okay, take it with a grain of salt. We could see some real changes soon. So yeah, bot spoofer will be marked. Don't QQ if you are terminated as a result of spoofing. You're not supposed to do it in the first place. Parting words. The 0.107.1 is the cornerstone release for Pokemon Go, and probably for Niantic as well. It's a massive update with 20,000 lines of code changed, and 2 new dozen trading related assets. This is without a doubt the biggest APK release we've got in a while. We're expecting this update to be forced throughout this week, and we also expect that there will be more exciting features to come in the upcoming weeks. Did you forget about Pokestop submissions? No, but I think we did. Robert, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Well, that concludes this lengthy journey into the unknown. For those wondering if there's more in the APK, there is, but some changes are best left unknown for now. If you want, we can always dive into the GitHub, do your own analysis. We can stop you there, can we? So there we go. So that's the first article, Pokemon Go Hub.